in the yesterday's session, we have seen uh, two things, right? So one is um changing the IPs or host names whenever there is a migration or environment cloning to new servers or moving the servers to the cloud, right? So we have seen the process and the standard method to be followed uh, for both type of environments. Like, what are the both? One is WebLogic server with no integrations, and the other one is Fusion middleware with integrations like SOA, OSB, or something. So if you create a domain on FMW, it is going to be GRF, and this is non-GRF on WebLogic server software, right? So in this installer, you can just directly change the IP addresses and host names in the config.xml. And also, you know, if you are using a node manager, you can also change it in the node manager dot properties. That's very simple in this environment. But here, as I said, if you know the different configuration files, where to change, you can change it. But but there may be some application configuration files and properties files where the host name or IP address is hard coded, and also there will be some system data sources created at the time of integration. So those have to be manually changed, and also uh, you should use the chgHost.sh command in order to uh, entirely change the system network and IP address and policies, IP address and host names. So we have seen the entire process, and uh, it took a little time because usually for Fusion middleware, it will take much time when compared to WebLogic server. All right. So we have understood the parameters, and uh, we have also seen what is OPSS. The entire security of Oracle products integrated with Fusion middleware is handled and facilitated by Oracle Platform Security Services. So in Fusion middleware, there will be a system data source created with the name of OPSS audit. So that contains the database, host, and IP. I think I'll plan for a session um, on Fusion middleware infrastructure, and we will integrate SOA so that you can, see this process, and also you can learn the installation and integration of SOA. And I'll try to get if there are any applications, because um, as we discussed earlier, SOA, which is service-oriented architecture, that is for different applications developed on different programming languages or scripting languages. You can deploy on Fusion middleware so that from different platforms and different programming languages, developed applications can communicate with each other, right? So, yeah, OBS's architecture components and real-time usage scenarios. So we have seen all these, and the main configuration files of OPSS, where it stores the credential store information, and What else? Policy store. Yeah. So these are the things we discussed in the last session. And today we will see securing the environments. We have seen and learned about embedded LDAP. So the embedded LDAP stores it is a default authenticator. It is a provider. Just give me a second. There is some noise outside. Yep. Sorry, guys. Um, Let us continue. Okay. Securing the environments. In how many methods we can secure the environment? So why is it important to secure the environment, right? So we will see all these things. And first, let us understand um, why users and groups have to be created in WebLogic. Okay. The first one is authenticate. Identify who is accessing the system. User logins with credentials. Authorization. We have seen what is the difference between authentication and authorization, right? So authorization controls what resources a user can access based on their role or based on the group for which they have been assigned to. And uh, it simplifies the management. Grouping users simplifies security policy management, assigning roles to groups instead of individuals. So simply you can create a group and you can just add a user to the group, and the whatever the security policies were applied to the group will be inherited by the individual user. So that is simplified management. And in order to protect your resource, what are the resources? The AMSQs or EJBs, data sources. There are many application. You can also map the users for application access. So with group-based access, you can secure the application resources, right? And audit and compliance. Maintain clear access control for compliance. Separation of duties. Differentiate users like admin users, application users, and operation users. So operations in the sense, this can be for one environment, even developers can have, they can have access, release team can have access, database team can have, QA team, and what else? Um, DevOps team, right? Sometimes cloud teams may have access. So based on uh, the teams, you can create the groups and apply the security policies, uh, like limiting the permissions, restrictions, protecting the resources, and providing the limited access for different roles. So you are separating the duties. So this is how we secure the environment. So we can secure the environment by creating users and groups and security policies. We can utilize embedded LDAP. Embedded LDAP is the default authentication provider. And you can also use external LDAP. like OAM, AD, OpenLDAP. There are many providers. These are all called providers. So if you want to use external LDAP, you need to integrate with WebLogic, right? So once you integrate, this external LDAP is maintained by some other team. They can create the users and groups and assign the individuals with a role based on role, right? So yeah, here methods and methods to create and manage users and groups. This is a default method, embedded LDAP, external LDAP, or Active Directory. So we'll come back to this. Um, Let us first connect to our server. We will use embedded LDAP and we'll create user based on the role.
Sayed,
Yeah,
we cannot create the users from the console, admin console here,
that is
like
that
you
is what we are
explained.
going to create. We are going to create the same.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to start this server, right?